in the final news story we're going to talk about before we get into our Monday Night Raw review has to do with potential new member of the Bloodline. So we saw not too many weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago now, Tama Tonga debuted on SmackDown. Tama Tonga is part of the Bloodline, and they made Tama Tonga a monster, a beast. He seems like he is the Bloodline and Solo Sikoa's new hitman. With that, looks like another member of the Bloodline could be debuting this week, as Mike Johnson of PWU Insider writes the following. The expectation within WWE is that former MLW champion Jacob Fatu will debut on WWE within the next week. The belief among those we've spoken to in creative is that the debut could happen as early as this Friday Night SmackDown in Cincy, and that he would be a regular on the main roster going forward. That's the interesting thing there, is another signee that's going to bypass NXT, another new guy that they're saying, nope, straight to the main roster. And so them putting him straight to SmackDown, where the other members of the Bloodline are, makes me believe that he is also going to be joining the Bloodline. So what do you think of, A, Jacob Fatu possibly debuting as early as this Friday, and B, Jacob Fatu potentially coming in as another member of Solo Sikoa's new Bloodline?
I'm all for it. I am all for it. Like, my big thing is, like, A, are fans going to know who Jacob Fatu is? Is he going to get a huge reaction?
So that's a great question, because I feel like Tama Tonga got a bigger reaction than I thought he would.
That's because Tama Tonga has been like with New Japan stuff, and a lot of fans kind of like know about the Bullet Club history.
True. You're not wrong there.
But like Jacob Fatu, a lot of the stuff he's been doing was MLW, and I think he did like a little bit of New Japan.
I know he's done a good amount of GCW as well.
Yeah, and not a lot of people really watch Excuse me. I know a lot of people don't really watch MLW anymore.
Well, mainly because the networks they've been on, most people don't get. Because I know, like, when they first got television, they were on beIN Sport, and then I don't even know where they're at now. I'm gonna be completely honest. I only watch MLW because they send me the shows via email every week. But yeah, Jacob Fatu's worked a lot of MLW, GCW. He did work the New Japan Battle in the Valley show earlier this year. He was on that show. He's done a lot of PCW Ultra, which is an indie, but he's done a good amount of work for them. But yeah, his main thing that people would know him for is MLW, and actually not many that I'm seeing here. Not really many New Japan stuff. I think this year was the first time he worked New Japan, the Battle in the Valley show. Because if I'm looking at his cage match, the only year that he has anything New Japan is 2024, according to his cage match. And if that's wrong, it's wrong, but that's just what I'm going off of. I think you're right, though. Tama Tonga's got the Bloodline, or not the Bloodline, the Bullet Club history and all that. So that's why people probably knew who he was. Jacob, I think, yeah, he'll probably get a lesser reaction at first than Tama Tonga did, but there are many that say that he's probably the most athletic of anybody in that family. Like, the things that he can do for his size, oh boy. You ever seen in MLW, he did a freaking moonsault? He pulled a Cody Rhodes and did a moonsault off top of a steel cage?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited. I've always been a big Jacob Fatu fan. I've seen him live a couple times. And so it's like, finally, we're getting Jacob Fatu.